Hi there, I'm the award-winning Vigatron, and I've got a story to tell.
SK Creative Studio presents Story to Tell.
So kids, let's take it back to 1993. Set the mood. Just freshly graduated from high school, and I don't have a job yet, and my mother works second shift, so she's usually gone until about 11:30 midnight every night. And this particular time, my nephew, who's about 8 years old, he was staying with us because he figured he just wanted to kick it with Uncle David during the summer. Because why not? I'm at home. I got a car and everything. So this one particular day, July 27th, 1993, I had to look it up. There was this big little storm that kicked in. It only lasted a couple of minutes and it knocked out power all across Northeast Ohio, made the news and everything. So this particular day, I'm feeling kind of froggy. My mother has this brand new four-head VCR that she got for working at Ohio Bill for like 30 years or something like that. And I know you kids are like, what's a VCR? But anyway, youngins, I'm like, how about I go watch this porn in her room on the new VCR instead? As I'm doing this is when the storm kicks in. There's all this wind blowing and just rustling and rain coming down. I swear it lasted only about maybe 10 minutes or less. Knocks the power out. So now I'm stuck with this VCR with this porno tape in it. And I'm like, damn, she probably ain't gonna come home early, but what if she did? How do I explain this shit? So I had to unplug it, try to find some place that had power. I rode to my father's house. My father had company or something, so I'm like, let me not disturb him. So I just kind of go in the side door, go in the basement. Sure enough, they had power, plugged it in, ejected the tape out. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back, hook the VCR back up. So I'm still kicking it with my nephew. My mother's at work, no power, nothing to do. It's hot as hell. It's the end of July, going into August. So I go to my homeboy's house and I'm kicking it in his crib because he's got power and we're just hanging out. So then I leave, me and my nephew in the car, we're driving back down Woodworth, get down to Woodworth and Hayden in East Cleveland, Cleveland border. And I see this white girl standing on the corner. I don't think much of it and I'm just kind of like, that's odd, especially in 93, just some random white girl standing on the corner. There's no power anywhere, mind you. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I continue rolling down, we get to the crib. Soon as I pull into my driveway, a car pulls in behind me. I'm like, what the hell? Gets out of the car, it's my dude Boogie, and he's there with his dude Tone. And this same white girl comes out of the car with him. And I'm like, all right. So he's like, hey, Vig, come on, man, let's go in the house. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so I open up the door. He immediately goes in, goes up to my room with this girl. And me, Tone, and my 8-year-old nephew are sitting in the living room in the dark with the exception of this one flashlight. So they're up there, we're just kind of sitting there awkwardly listening. Hear like one shoe drop, another shoe drop. A couple minutes later, it's like, boom, 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 boom. Boogie comes running down, snatches the flashlight, boom, 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 runs back up. He was ass naked when he did this. So eventually, a couple minutes later, Boogie comes out of the room, ass naked still. Comes out, he's like, go ahead, Vig. So mind you, the whole point of this is that I have never had sex up until this point. Like real sex. I've done everything, but never actually had any. So I go in, this chick is already laying in my bed, naked. I go grab one of my random condoms that I had, which is kind of funny considering I wasn't getting any ass, but I had condoms and I don't even know where I was getting them from. So I go in, I start doing whatever, and you know, mind you, I'm not, you know, crazy and just straight jackhammering or nothing like that. It's almost like I'm making sensual love to this vagina for the first time. But as this is going on, there's constant bangs at the door. And this is basically Boogie throwing the flashlight up against the door, and they're throwing shoes and they're laughing and giggling. And then every now and then they're opening the door. Now, mind you, how am I supposed to feel about that when you're in mid-coitus and people are opening the door and I'm sitting there like in mid-stroke. So About another 2-3 minutes later of, you know, the just most expert sexing I could possibly do. I get done, and I'm sitting there chilling with her. She's getting dressed, and I'm getting dressed. I didn't even think about Tone at this point. So when I come out of the room, then Tone's like, no, hold on. And so he goes in the room with her, and I'm like, yeah, damn, I guess that's about to happen. So they're in there. Next thing I know, me and Boogie get to doing the same treatment to him, knocking on the door and everything. Boogie opens up the door. I swear to God, this dude is jackhammering. He's fucking faster than I've ever seen anybody ever fuck, ever. Still to this day, it was just like that, like really? Like, bruh. So he gets done in all about, I swear to God, like less than a minute. Comes walking out of my room, has his rubber off, slams on the floor. I'm like, yo, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, pick this shit up. Like, this isn't the whorehouse, you're in my crib. So he gets that shit up. So she's in there getting dressed. He's mostly dressed like, he didn't even take all his clothes off. So they're standing there while she's getting dressed, and they start giggling. And then all of a sudden, boom, they just take off running down the stairs. And I'm like, what the fuck? But sure enough, they were trying to ditch this bitch in my crib. And it wasn't that they were just trying, they did it. So she gets up and she's like, man, I know they're not trying to leave me. She's like, man, that's just gonna be 2 more dead black people. And all I could think was, yeah, that's fucked up. But you gotta go. So, have fun going wherever you're going, and yeah, that's that. So sure enough, they peeled off, left her there. We're walking out the door. She takes off, walks off into the night. About 30 seconds later, the other way, car's coming down the street. Who is it? But sure enough, my mom getting dropped off from work that night. So if I can tell you that by the next time I went, that next day, I went in that room stunk so bad. So bad. I can't even describe it. All I can tell you is that this is late July when this is happening, early August. I literally never habitated that room again until April the next year. I had to completely clean it, put carpet down, total revamping. To this day, I don't know what that smell of Badussi or whatever it was that was going on in there. But yeah, so how's that for a romantic story about how I lost my virginity? Good times. Well, that was my story. I'm the award-winning Vigatron, and I thank you.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Stephen Pruitt, one of the creators of Story to Tell. If you want to do a story, hit us up at info@skcreativestudio.com. Once again, info@skcreativestudio.com. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We like it when you hit the subscribe button. Subscribe, get more content from us. We got a lot of good stuff coming. And also, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you hit the thumbs down button, I will kick you into private. I don't know if you are a man or a woman, but I will kick you somewhere where it will hurt. So make sure you click the thumbs up button. Other than that, I want you to have a good day. I want you to have a great day. That's it. Just cut the camera off, Aaron. Just cut it off. I'm just gonna keep going until you cut it off. I'm dead serious. Cut it off.